Chivalry 2 is finally out now. The game has released worldwide. I can finally accept my destiny of losing my entire life's aspirations to play this game. I was born for this moment. My mother and father were put on this earth so they could give birth to me, so that I may fulfill the prophecy of killing noobs by the blade. When I was young, my favorite thing to do for fun was play with swords and pretend I was Link or some kind of random knight. To say I like medieval style fantasy would be an understatement. I just wanted to paint a picture to let you guys know how much I love this kind of thing. The original Chivalry was a mod of Half-Life 2 and was apparently a really loved game by the community, but I never had a chance to play it. And then came Chivalry Medieval Warfare, which was a pretty good game, although I jumped into the game a little late into its life, so by the time I joined, people were mostly over the game or extremely sweaty. Take your pick, man. There have been other games in the genre, like Mordhau, but at the time of its release, I didn't yet own a gaming PC, and that game's learning curve is insane, with the veteran players absolutely dominating the battlefield. As a new player, you basically have no chance. So to jump in at the launch of Chivalry 2 has been really refreshing and just too much fun for me. Yeah, this game has its fair share of tryhards and salty people to chat, like any other competitive PvP game, but the developers really put a focus on the game being fun to play. You can literally kill people with a chicken. A chicken! If that's not next-gen gaming, then I truly don't know what is. The combat seems really shallow and simple at first, and maybe compared to something like Mordhau, it might be, but I think the developers give us just enough mechanical complexity while also keeping the game really beginner friendly. You can master the combat and become an absolute god among men, taking on crowds of enemies by yourself, or you can just hop in for a casual match a day and still be able to get some kills. I found some of the other medieval PvP games perhaps aren't as accessible as Chivalry, or perhaps maybe the truth is, I'm just bad.
Oh my gosh, catapulted together.
Oops.
Oh my.
You got your classic teams of red versus blue versus the
Agatha!
Both teams have basically the exact same classes and weapons, with the only difference being cosmetics. But if you pledge your allegiance to the Agathan blue, then I'm sorry to inform you, you probably like the smell of your own farts. This is very tragic after all, and you are a very sick person, so I'm going to have to ask you to go and confess to your mother for your sins. I like to smell my own farts. Now that we know which team to play, it's time to talk about the weapons. This game is so badass, man. It has axes, like big fucking axes. Or if axes aren't really your thing, you can go for a sword, like this really long boy. It's so long, you can barely even swing it. Or you can be the annoying asshole in the field that likes to use shields and just be annoying the whole time. Or the other asshole that likes to poke people. There are so many ways to play, and choosing your guy's loadout and hooking him up in some drip is really satisfying. There's so many different things littered throughout the map for you to throw at your victims. See a fine looking wheel on the ground? Why not chuck it at a dude's face? I do want to make one thing very clear. Throwing stuff is cool and it's considered an okay thing to do.
If you are an archer, then you are part of the problem and you deserve to be destroyed and eradicated from this world immediately.
I'm afraid I don't make the rules, I just follow them. The maps are pretty damn cool. Maybe they could have a few more, which I'm sure will come with time, but there isn't a single one that I actually dislike. The Castle Siege Wars are absolutely chaotic, with so much going on. You can have up to 32 players per team, and it is truly something everyone should try. You'll be charging in, minding your own business, and then you see a homie loading up the catapult, and he's just launching boys. So naturally, you hop on and take it for a spin, and you can really enjoy yourself role-playing within. It's especially funny when you spawn as a peasant, and you're basically useless, only carrying a pitchfork. If you can get a kill as a peasant, then you're a real gamer, and real gamers play as the peasant. My favorite maps currently are the fighting pit, because it has this death pit in the middle of the map that makes it really fun and intense spot to try and hold down with your team. It's just really too bad that the match is always so short on this map specifically. I also really enjoy the open field map. It's just a simple flat battle, just straight head-on warfare and total madness, perfect for sneaking up behind people and getting a lot of free kills. I guess I should mention, there are some downsides to the game right now that don't seem apparent right away. Luckily they aren't that big of a deal. It has nothing to do with the gameplay specifically. The matchmaking system right now, as of launch, is basically broken. They advertise the game being cross-platform compatible, but at the time of recording this video, there is no way at all for you to invite your friends to your group if you're playing on PC and they're on console, which is very unfortunate. It's also slightly frustrating when you cannot invite your friends who are also playing on PC, but the game refuses to send them an invite or even recognize them as being online. Really, the matchmaking system right now is the only negative part about this game. Luckily, there's a slight workaround for this, although console players can't really do much. If you and your friend are on PC, you can go to the server browser and pick the same match through there to play together. Although it's not ideal, It works for the time being. It is common for games to have bugs when they launch, and I'm glad it's nothing too major, so I can forgive them for this one, since they plan to fix it very soon. Overall, Chivalry 2 is highly recommended for everyone. This game is easy enough to hop in and play for fun. There's also a lot of try-hard fun to be had as well, if that's what you're into. And you'll be smiling and laughing the whole time while playing. It's been a while since a medieval game like this came out, and one that's super hilarious and not necessarily historically accurate. I appreciate its dedication to being fun over serious and moody. I highly recommend it. Thanks everyone for the continued support. You guys are all the real PogChamps. If you'd like to catch some of the live streams and watch me poning noobs on the regular, check out my Twitch where I go live multiple times a week with the link in bio. Love you guys. Ciao ciao. I just want to say, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video and hitting the subscribe button. It helps me out so much and lets me know you want to see more. Also, for every new subscriber, I get a rush of serotonin juiced straight to my dome telling me I'm a spicy boy. Yeah!